como 7 meses.
¿Y han tenido que pagar alojamiento?
No, nada, no he pagado nada.
¿Es 100% gratis?
Sí.
¿Y le dan almuerzo, desayuno?
Sí, le dan cosas del niño, personales, nos dan pañales, lo que necesiten ellos.
¿Y ahí en el hotel hacen limpieza de las puertas?
Sí, hacen. Sí, todos los días hacen limpieza, cambian las sábanas, hacen aseo.
¿Todos los días hacen eso?
Sí, todos los días.
¿Han poder conseguir trabajo ustedes?
No.
No.
Yo no.
All right, that is Nick Shirley, a TikToker and YouTuber from Idaho, interviewing illegal migrants on the streets of New York City. The 21-year-old documenting the reality of the migrant crisis, not just at the U.S. southern border, but all across the nation. And again, not just being able to come across, but what they're receiving when they do arrive at their destination.
It's a lot of things, by the way, all taken care of and covered for. Nick Shirley joins us now, live on the program. Nick, welcome to National Report. Thanks so much for coming on today. It's really interesting. Of course, we get the data points, so we get the number of folks who are entering this country illegally, but it's not often that you actually learn more about these people, where they're coming from, ultimately where they wind up in the United States. You ask those follow-up questions. Talk to us about what you've learned over the course of this coverage.
Yeah, a lot of these people, they're coming from all parts of the world. I've talked to people from Turkey, China, Venezuela. They're all coming here because they know that once they get to the border, they're accepted into the United States. And then as well, once they get to these big cities, if they're a family especially, they get everything they need taken care of.
And you go on to, again, interview them, obviously speaking their native tongue here. We have in New York migrants living in beautiful hotels for free. If you've been to the Big Apple, it is not cheap to stay at any of the hotels in Manhattan specifically. Here's the clip about that, and we'll get your reaction.
How much money are these hotels making off of this crisis?
They're making a lot. I know one manager making $1 million. I'm just saying, they're making a lot.
And at a rate of $200 per night at the Row Hotel, and with 1,331 rooms, that is $260,000 a day, $1.8 million a week, and $7.2 million a month. And all that money is guaranteed. Some migrants are receiving up to 7 months free rent, 3 meals a day. ¿Reciben comida?
Claro, comida, dan desayuno, almuerzo y cena.
¿Por cuánto tiempo ha estado aquí?
7 meses.
Usted ha estado ahí por 7 meses quedándose.
Sí.
Y es gratis, ¿cierto?
Pues sí, la ayuda del gobierno, de aquí del gobierno de Nueva York.
You're breaking down some of that math there. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, and with those numbers, those are at an estimate of $200 a night. And I've heard that those rooms are being rented for even more. So those numbers could be doubled, right? And so these hotels, these other companies, these cell phone companies, clothing companies are making so much money off this crisis. That's why I don't think there's not going to be an end to it anytime soon, because companies are making so much money from what's going on.
Sure.
Which is something I've learned.
Yeah, well, someone's got to foot the bill, right? And depending on what sanctuary city you live in, perhaps it's you, the taxpayer, who's ultimately funding these lavish hotel stays and all of these other free resources that are given to these folks. And Nick, we understand that you asked the migrants their thoughts about the man in the White House, Joe Biden. Here's some of that sound.
¿Se sintieron apoyados gracias a nuestro presidente Joe Biden?
Bueno, sí, porque si no estamos trabajando ni nada, él es el que nos está ayudando prácticamente.
¿Y ustedes van a poder votar en las elecciones?
Si se da la oportunidad, pues vamos a sufragar, pues no.
¿Se van a votar por Joe Biden?
Yeah.
¿Le gusta?
Biden.
¿Por qué?
Porque es una persona que tiene un enorme corazón. Está ayudando al pueblo emigrante.
So, Nick, they like Joe Biden. They like what they've been able to receive while he's leading this country here. Talk to me about how politics plays into the migration patterns that you've noticed.
Yeah, in their countries right now, they're being told if they come to America, they'll be able to get in because of the President Joe Biden. A lot of the people, I was talking to a few of them the other day, and they're saying, yeah, everyone's saying in Brazil that he's letting in the people with open arms into the United States. And so, I mean, I would love Joe Biden too if I was a migrant, right? They know they get accepted into the United States. They know they get benefits and they're taken care of.